everybody, it's Josh and Elizabeth from Things from Another World, online at tfaw.com. We're here for part 3 of this week's New 52 video reviews for September 28th.
We've got All-Star Western #1. I really enjoyed this. It's classic, like old school Western, but it's firmly grounded in DC's history. So you might be able to tell on the cover. It takes place in Gotham, and it includes a lot of familiar names, and definitely the familiar face of Jonah Hex. I really enjoyed it.
I also really enjoyed it. I thought that the coloring was perfect for kind of a period comic book, and then I really liked the second main character's take or appraisal of Jonah Hex's character and his. Anyway, I don't want to go too far into it to reveal too much. But,
the nature of the characters means that he's a perfect way to introduce other characters because he analyzes them and shares these analyses. So yeah, this is a box-worthy one for me, which I wasn't quite expecting.
Probably my favorite book of this week was Blackhawks. I wasn't familiar with it at all. You could quiz me on who the characters are. I couldn't tell you their names or anything like that, but it was a really fun comic. It's a superhero, it's not even superheroes, they're just a team of people who have been kind of brought together under the United Nations, and the threat that they face is just so cool, and I'm really excited. So yes, I'm emphatically on board with this one. This one is box-worthy.
For me, I was on the fence. I thought it was fun, but it was a lot of characters, and none of them really grabbed me. I think the twist at the end was kind of interesting, but not enough to put it firmly in my box. Next, I've got I, Vampire, another pick of the week by Joshua Hale Falkove and Andrea Sorrentino. This was fantastic. They're definitely bringing back vampires in a scary way as opposed to a glittery way. What I really liked about this was they set up a really spooky, scary horror comic, but it's firmly grounded in a really relatable relationship. There's a dynamic between the two main characters that anyone who's ever been in love is going to, respond to in one way or another. And Andrea Sorrentino's art is just, it's amazing. Yes. It's just like so rah, it's so vampire. So yeah, box worthy.
It's beautiful. It's just completely breathtaking. Open it up and see what we're talking about. So I really like that it was peppered with humor throughout the book too. It wasn't just like Twilight kind of vampires, kind of anything like that. It was fun. It was a good book. It was well written. The one kind of gripe that I did have about it was the caption boxes. There were 2 shades of red, and they weren't very far apart. So sometimes it was difficult telling who was talking, to whom. So. But yeah, so I am definitely going to put this one in the box.
All right.
And let's go with Justice League Dark #1. What did you think of this issue?
I thought it was, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was creepy. I've been more into horror comics lately, so this is kind of a superhero comic that creeped me out a little bit. I really liked Shade and his unusual relationships, and there's some characters in there that I was really happy to see, so I would still say fence-worthy because I wasn't totally in love with it, but I did enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would.
I didn't really enjoy this one as much as I thought I would, actually. I think it's either fence-worthy or not worthy, kind of on the cusp there. The characters just are a little too out there for me. I did like that Zatanna was in it. They changed her outfit, which was definitely needed during this revamp. And I like that Batman was in this one. He's been pretty much every one of these books, but I did like his character.
Mentorship
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of comics I wasn't sure I was going to like, I have got Voodoo. The beginning page is kind of splashed all over the internet in context with a lot of the depictions of women that the DC's The New 52 has been doing that has upset a lot of people. But what I loved is that this was absolutely not what I expected, and I also thought Laura Hudson of Comics Alliance did a good article about how it's not merely TNA and sexuality that offends people, it's how it's portrayed and the context it has. Here, there are a lot of women characters, a lot of different points of view. These are women who had, personalities, and they weren't just there to be eye candy. Or if they were, there was a definite twist to it. So I really think this subverted a lot of the TNA into a really clever storyline and a mystery that I want to continue. So I would say this is box-worthy.
I think it's fence-worthy. I also liked it. I think that issue number 2 is going to be completely different. We're not going to get any of that kind of bearskin that we did in this book. And I really liked Jessica Colleen's breathtaking colors on this one. She did a fantastic job shading the book. The art is really detailed to begin with, but her shading just took it to a completely different level. It was amazing.
Yep. Well, that's it. It's the end of the number 1 issues. We've reviewed them all, which you can find on our website at tfaw.com/blog. And my final thoughts on the matter, you know, I really enjoyed it overall. Whether I loved or hated or felt indifferent to the comics, it was really fun to have a big pile of comics to read every week. How do you feel overall?
I thought it was great. It revamped a lot of the characters, or at least led me into the DCU a lot more. It made it accessible to me, and I'm on board with a bunch of their titles, so it actually did a great job kind of selling funny books.
Yep.
So.
Well, thank you for listening to us, and if you'd like this to continue, make sure to comment on our blog and on YouTube below, and stick around for the end of this video. There'll be a coupon that you can use on our website, tfaw.com, to save money on your comics. Bye!